The mayor of Savannah, Georgia, Van Johnson, again, Savannah, just about an hour away from this military installation where this shooting has occurred. And Mayor, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Our condolences to your community, sir.
Thank you so much. Fort Stewart community is very near and dear to us.
Yeah, describe that relationship for us. So Fort Stewart, just about an hour outside of your city, but we've heard tell that it is a sprawling military installation, 10,000 or so people there, from soldiers to their families to civilian contractors. How tied into the Savannah community is it?
Well, Fort Stewart is the larger part of a joint compound. Fort Stewart, which is in Hinesville in Liberty County, and Hunter Army Airfield, which is actually in Savannah. They have a joint command, and so our soldiers are very dear to us. They are residents. They are community members, and many of them, after they retire, continue living in our community.
And are we right to say that it's just about an hour away from Savannah, Fort Stewart?
About 40 minutes.
So about 40 minutes, less than an hour away. I guess my question to you, Mayor, is have you ever, and the answer can be no here because we're in breaking news coverage, have you ever been to this Fort Stewart?
All of the time. I'm in that area weekly.
So describe to us the level of security typically to get into a base like this. Again, a U.S. official describes the suspect here as a soldier who presumably had access to the base, but just for a member of the general public to get in, what kind of security is it like there?
I have always been very impressed with the level of security at Hunter and Fort Stewart. They have gates there with not only active duty law enforcement, but also private security. That check ID, and you can't get on that base without an ID. If you're a soldier or if you have some business there, or you're a retiree, but otherwise you just can't come onto that base.
So, Mayor, what has been the reaction in the Savannah community? And I know it's early, we're only a few hours into this story, but what has been the reaction in the Savannah community after this shooting this morning?
We're shocked. We're absolutely shocked about what is going on. And then as the information goes out, of course, we are thinking about these soldiers that protect us around the world and are victimized at home. We want more information, obviously. We think that we have some of the best medical professionals, and we know that some of the injured have been taken to our local medical facilities in Savannah. So we continue to pray and hope and seek answers.
And how is the city of Savannah here that you lead rallying around Fort Stewart now? I know that there's already an operational assistance that you're providing. What we can see in the images on the screen is that it looks like some of your Savannah police officers have escorted some of these ambulances to Memorial Hospital, but also how is the city of Savannah stepping in to assist here?
We're all in this together. I spoke with the lieutenant colonel upon this happening while he was still locked down. I spoke with the Liberty County chairman. I spoke with the mayor of Hinesville. I've offered whatever support we can give them. We're all one community. And the least we can do is to be able to be of support of those individuals that support us every day in theaters around the world.
And Mayor, you say you spoke to a lieutenant colonel at that base, a leader at that base, as this lockdown was still going on. What was that conversation like? What did he tell you?
He was very calm, but very factual. He wanted to make sure we understood what was going on as, from his vantage point. We are partners every day anyway. And so he wanted us to be aware. And again, I offered whatever support that we could give him during this time.
And Mayor, I just want to put up on our screen here as you and I speak some of the reactions that have been coming in from leaders across the country. And first, I want to go to Raphael Warnock, your senator of the great state of Georgia there. He says, quote, "I'm heartbroken to see the news of an active shooter incident at Fort Stewart today. I'm monitoring the situation closely and join all Georgia families, or all of Georgia rather, as we pray for the safety of our service member, staff, and their families." And then one more statement that I do want to put up on your screen here that we have from Governor Brian Kemp of your state. He says, quote, as we remain in close contact with law enforcement on the ground, Marty, who is the First Lady of Georgia, the girls, and I are saddened by today's tragedy at Fort Stewart. We are keeping the victims, their families, and all those who answer the call to serve in our hearts and prayers, and we ask that Georgians everywhere do the same. Mayor, you have also put out your own statement here. You've said that you're extending prayers and assistance to our friends at Fort Stewart. It is early here, of course, but describe to us the impact you believe that something like this is going to have on your community, given the fact that, as we've been talking about over the course of this interview, Fort Stewart is so ingrained in the Savannah community. What is this going to look like long term?
Well, we are very resilient people. For us, Fort Stewart and Hunter are the home of the largest infantry division east of the Mississippi. We call them dog-faced soldiers. They face adversity, but as a community, we need some answers. We need to understand what occurred. We need to understand what was in the mind of the individual who did this. And so that information will come out. In the meantime, we have to not only be in prayer for, but in support of the families of these individuals that were victimized. And so first things are first, but all things will eventually come.
Mayor Van Johnson of the great city of Savannah, Georgia, sir, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.